Hello everyone. Now that you have understood the construction of single bar and multiple bar diagrams, we move on to constructing subdivided and percentage bar diagrams. Beginning with subdivided bar diagrams, these represent total values of a set of data and also its part values simultaneously in the same bar. Each component occupies place in the bar proportional to its share in the total. Or in other words, the bar corresponding to a set of data is divided into various components. For example, expenditure pattern in a family is divided into food, rent, education, power as its components. As per this numerical example, a college divides its students stream-wise. You need to present the data in a subdivided bar diagram. Now the information is about different years, 2016, 2017 and 2018. And in each year, students have been categorized as arts, commerce and science students. Total number of students are given. So this information can be easily presented in subdivided bar diagram. So there are two ways. Either you first mark the total and then have its subcomponents, or you begin with the first component and then add the next component, then add the next component, and you will get the total. One can do it either way. So let us begin with the second one. So years are taken on x-axis as is known and students on y-axis. So we begin with 2016 and students in art stream. These are 1600. So beginning with 0. Now this is a scale. So 1600 is marked here. That means component of the bar in blue shows the number of students in arts. Then you can show 1200 students in commerce. That is beyond 1600. You need to add 1200 students in commerce. So the orange component shows the number of students in commerce. But if you total these two from 0 till here, it makes 2800. Then science students are 800, which is gray in color. So the total of the three subcomponents is hence 3600. The other way is to first put a mark on the total, which is 3600. Then you put a mark for 1600. Then you put a mark for plus 1200, which is 2800. And then rest is science. In 2017, it is 800 students in art stream. This is the mark. Then orange colored component shows commerce students. Gray colored component shows the rest science students. So total is 2600. Similarly, for 2018, 900 shows arts. The orange colored component shows students in commerce, which is plus 1000. So that makes it 1900. Gray colored component shows the students in science with a total of 3100. So you only need to coordinate the value of a particular component in that particular year. And that's how one can make subdivided bar diagram. Now let's understand the percentage bar diagram. It is presented graphically on percentage basis. These diagrams represent different components of the values of a set of data, just like subdivided bar diagram, but in percentage. Absolute magnitude of various components are changed into relative values by converting them into percentages. Now in these diagrams, height of all the bars will be same because each bar actually represent 100%. But the components of each bar will vary in height according to the percentage value of the total. And one can use different colors to distinguish different components from each other, as is done in the case of subdivided bar diagram. So let us understand this numerical example. Here the items of expenditure are given as food, education, clothing and miscellaneous. And expenditure is incurred by two families A and B to be represented through a percentage bar diagram. Expenditure by family A on food is 20,000, whereas by family B it is 14,000. On education, family A spends 6,000, whereas family B spends 2,000. On clothing, family A spends 10,000 and family B spends 3,000. Miscellaneous expenditure is 4,000 so far as family A is concerned, and is 1,000 for family B. Now let's see how do we represent it through a percentage bar diagram. Now have a look at the solution. Absolute expenditure on food by family A is 20,000 out of total income of 40,000, which means 50% is spent on food. And how do we find 50%? It is 20,000 divided by 40,000 into 100. So far as family B is concerned, 14,000 is spent out of 20,000, which is 14,000 divided by 20,000 into 100. That is 70%. In the same way, one can find percentage of amount spent on different items, education, clothing, miscellaneous, by family A as well as by family B. So by finding percentages, we get 50% spent on food, 15% on education, 25% on clothing, 10% as miscellaneous expenditure so far as family A is concerned. In the case of family B, the corresponding values are 70% for food, 10% education, 15% clothing and 5% as miscellaneous. Now we need to present percentage values. So we shall prepare two bars, one showing family A and the other showing family B. But one has to take care that length of both the bars will be same, as these bars represent 100%. Family A spends 50% on food. Yellow portion shows percentage spent on food. Then after that is 15% on education. So plus 15%, that makes it 65% total expenditure. So this green component is expenditure incurred on education by family A. Similarly, the orange component shows expenditure on clothing, which is 25%, that is 65% plus 25%, that is 90%. And rest is 10%. So blue component shows miscellaneous expenditure, and similarly one can plot for family B and one finds that width of both the bars is exactly same, length of both the bars is also same, simply because it shows the percentages, but components inside are different depending upon the amount spent on different components by different families. With this, the explanation on subdivided and percentage bar diagram gets complete. Next time we shall discuss broken bar and deviation bar diagrams. Till then, keep learning and keep practicing. Thank you. To learn more, visit our website and enroll in our courses to master economics and get a higher score in CBSE and CUET examination. With our current introductory offer, you can enroll in each of the courses for just Rs 999. So, seize the opportunity and join before the introductory offer expires. Like, share and subscribe to Ecostudys channel Also, drop a comment. See you in the next session for another concept. Thank you.